Nonpartisan Energy Information Administration at the Department of Energy has found that the Clean Power Plan will reduce economic growth, increase electricity cost, and result in almost 400,000 jobs lost over the next 15 years. And all this is with very little impact on climate change itself. So why has the Obama administration imposed this regulation on the American people?
Well, let me just be clear, if I could, Mr. Chairman. Our impact analysis that went with the rule indicated just the opposite of what you're saying.
Right. So
let me answer the question.
So you disagree with the Energy Information Administration of the Department of Energy?
Well, it depends on what you're looking at, sir. I don't have it in front of me.
Real quickly, let me repeat my question to make sure you address it.
The energy behind this rule, and it's showing out.
In the EPA, and I think their conclusions that were reached probably represent closer to the facts. But we're going to have to agree to disagree on that.
Well, I'm happy to take a look at it, Mr. Chairman. I don't know what the context of their analysis
was. You are not familiar with the Energy Information Administration, or you are?
Very much so.
Okay, have you read their report on the Clean Power Plan?
In the past.
Okay, and you disagree with it?
I don't know what you just read, sir. I don't know which one it is, so I'm happy to take a look.
Well, again, reduce economic growth, increase electricity costs, and cost 400,000 jobs over the next 15 years.
That is exactly opposite of what we believe will happen based on our independent analysis.
It's nice to have the administration at war with itself. I'll go to my next question. If the Paris Climate Agreement involving 177 countries was completely implemented, the entire climate agreement completely implemented, you have distinguished scientists, including Bjorn Lomborg, and 27 other top climate scientists, including 3 Nobel laureates, have concluded that the reduction in global warming would only be 1/20th of a degree Celsius by 2030, 1/6 of a degree Celsius in the next 85 years. It sounds to me like if they're anywhere close to being right, then this Paris Climate Agreement is almost all pain and no gain. Why is that not the case?
Well, no, sir. The Paris Agreement was an incredible achievement that changed the direction of the world and is going to ultimately
do you disagree that, do you think the Paris Climate Agreement will have a greater impact on climate change than I just said and that these 27 scientists said?
I think it sets us on a course to work together on a planetary scale to address the biggest environmental
understand, as far as the actual impact on climate change, do you disagree with these 27 top
I disagree with the way in which you characterize it, Mr. Chairman. With all due respect, it is a tremendous step in the right direction. The numbers you're talking about are actually
I know those are wonderful words. I'm talking about quantifying the impact. The impact is 1/6 of a degree over the next 85 years. If every country, all 177 countries implement it.
Sir, there's not a single country that signed that expecting that the 2020 goals would get us where we need to be. It is a step in that direction, and it should provide us an opportunity.
But you don't disagree with the conclusion of these scientists as far as the climate agreement goes in Paris as it stands right now?
The agreement itself was designed as a step forward. It was not designed to produce all of the actions.
But as far as the step forward goes, the step forward is as I described it.
So you can't make a marathon without getting across the starting line.
Okay. It's clear you don't disagree with their conclusion. You may think it's a beginning, but you can't disagree with their conclusion.
I don't even know what their conclusion, the context of their conclusions. What I do know, sir, is that
reducing global warming 1/6 of a degree Celsius over the next 85 years.
It's better than we were before, and it's only the first step.
1/6 for all.
We've made a long-term commitment to get to the reductions that are necessary.
It sounds to me like it's all pain and no gain. And I think that's why punish the American people if we're not going to have any significant impact on climate change.
I actually don't think it's punishment. I think it's about leadership, and I think it's about continued job
increase electricity costs, slow economic growth, and lost jobs is punishment on the American people.
Our analysis shows that that is not the case with the Clean Power Plan. It provides ultimate flexibility.
It's you against all these other scientists, and that's okay. My next question is this. With major environmental regulations, we have seen reduction in carbon emissions in the United States through technological breakthroughs. For example, in the last 11 years, there's been a 12% reduction in energy-related carbon emissions in the U.S. Rather than impose costly government mandates and interfere with the free market, why not encourage more technological advances that will reduce the cost of alternative fuels and so encourage their use? In other words, you're not going to convince developing countries to go to alternative forms of energy if you don't reduce the cost. It's not good for them. It's not good for their economy. So why not allow technology breakthroughs to solve the problem as they have throughout the history of the United States? Why engage in these government mandates that skew the market, cost jobs, and are burdensome to the American people?
Well, sir, I don't think we're actually skewing the market. I think we're following it. And what I think the clean
Government
power plan
mandates
is
don't skew the
designed-
market, and subsidies don't skew the market?
Well, actually, we're following the direction of the market because renewable energy is actually becoming more and more cost-effective.
Why
and
not
is
let the market
competing in
work?
the market itself.
Why impose the regulations? Why not let the market work? It's going the right direction.
The idea is to look at this as a long-term venture out to 2030 so that those that want to invest in innovation will have certainty that their investments will pay off.
Okay, I think we're a democratic country, and the free market, if allowed to work, will work as it has been working. I'm just sorry the government wants to interfere with that, and that goes beyond my time by a minute. And the ranking member from is the ranking member is recognized for her questions.